Welcome back to our virtual sessions on leveraging Lyceum for use with remote teaching. In this session, I'm going to show you the various ways that you can give feedback on assignments to your students, the ways that you can assess them. So to do this, I am following along from our CRC website, Lyceum Tutorials on Grading Feedback. So if you have been using the assignment tool to collect student work, once students have submitted their assignments, you can come in to the assignment. The grading summary will show you how many participants are in your course. That means how many students are enrolled in your course, and then how many have submitted an assignment and how many of those assignments still need to be graded. So for example, I can tell here I have 2 students and only one of them turned their homework in on time and submitted. So now from here, I'm going to go to grade. What's happening now in this grading environment is this takes any submission that your student has made. That could be a PDF, it could be a Word document, it could be a spreadsheet, an image, and it converts all of those into a PDF so that you are able to annotate, meaning you can write directly on it and provide feedback for your students. This is very useful and is very much enjoyed by the faculty that use it currently. Our grading feedback tutorial goes into great detail explaining what all of these icons in the toolbar do and how to use all of the various elements of this. For now, I'm going to focus largely on this sidebar over here with a brief note that when you annotate directly on the PDF, your student submission here, you can see here's an example, so you can cross some things out. You can add some of these text bubbles here. And then if you grab this hot corner, you can delete the comment. You can add it to a quick list, which means that you can add this if you tend to use the same phrasing in your feedback quite a bit, more explanation needed, et cetera, then you can create a quick list of these terms. It'll save you time from having to enter them in each time. That's included in our tutorial. You can add stickers, you can write on it, you can highlight things, you can do a number of things just as though you had the piece of paper in front of you and you were grading it. Then over here on the submission toolbar, you can see the various files that are included in the submission. So for example, the student submitted 2 files with their submission, so you can go between them. You can give the student a grade out of 100. And then in feedback comments, you can leave comments for your students to read when they see their grade. So you can type right in this box, just like any other text box in Lyceum. You can link, you can add images, you can also record yourself giving audio and video feedback. This is really nice. It's a very inclusive practice, and especially now with student concern and anxiety being pretty high at this moment, we would really encourage you to consider using this feature to really feel that connection with your students. We often, even with ourselves, know that seeing something in writing can so easily be misinterpreted according to tone. Maybe something that you meant as a very gentle constructive criticism comes across in written form, comes across to the student as being harsh. So this is a nice way to really let your personality shine through and your concern for your students shine through, to be able to have them hear that coming from your voice and possibly even seeing your face. So you can use the audio and video recorders built right in here. Once you are done, you can save your changes, and you can do that at any point. You don't have to finish grading here on this screen. Let's say you want to take a dinner break in the middle of it. You can always save your changes and come back to it. If you would like to finish and move on to the next student, you can choose the option to save and show next. And then by default, students are not notified as you are grading. So you can always put a check in this box and that will happen. But what this means is it gives you the ability to make that decision for yourself. If you choose to put the check in the box, and the students will be notified as you grade their papers. And otherwise, you can maybe announce to the students as a class in an email that everyone's assignments have been graded. They can go to the grade book and see things in there all at the same time. Now, if you come across what looks like a blank submission. What this is this is a student that did not submit. Remember how we had 2 students and only 1 submission? This is an example of what a blank submission would look like. So this student did not, there was no attempt, here it says, at submitting. So you can give them feedback in here about that and give them a grade for that incomplete submission. If you have any trouble with this grading interface, please let us know. It can occasionally be very slow, particularly if there are large files that it is converting or many people are using it all at once. So if you do have any trouble with it not behaving the way you would expect it to, or any slowness issues, please do let us know so that we can look into it for you. And as a reminder that the grading feedback Lyceum tutorial will give you full walkthrough of how to do everything in here. It is very thorough. Thank you again, and if you have any questions at all, please reach out to CRC and we will help you work through giving your students feedback and assessing their assignments.